And they're going to bring Pelham back into the lineup, and first Andy Kennedy calls a timeout.
What a turnaround right there for Southern Miss. That's one, you see that ball go inside to Henry, matched up against Watson, and you figure that's an easy 2 points for Ole Miss, but they don't get the 2 points, and then Watson takes it back the other way. Or your guy, no matter who it is, you go to who's having the best game,
right,
and you go to who's having the best matchup, but you don't want to get so focused in trying to create a matchup that you lose your flow on offense. And I think that in going to Henry every time, they may have lost Murphy Holloway on the offensive end. Henry's been producing for him, but when you go to one guy time after time after time, everybody else tends to stand around.
Final 4 minutes of this ball game. Summers on the drive, leans in, and he uses the glass. And it's down to a 1-point advantage for the Golden Eagles. Johnson, the senior, will set it up. Watson with 10 on the shot clock. He looks up, 5 to shoot it. Hesitation, scoop, doesn't get it. Rebound, put back, count the basket.
Pelham gets the basket, but Watson made the play.
And we'll look at it again.
Boy, Mills gets his hands on the ball, and Pelham just lays it in.
Pelham has been Johnny on the spot twice. 3:08 to play. It's a 3-point Southern Miss lead. Can they snap a 2-game losing streak to Ole Miss? It's been back and forth all night. How will this one end? Stay with us.
We've talked about the intensity on the part of both teams. We've seen that throughout the game. I think we'll continue to see that for Andy Kennedy. His guys have got to be able to guard drives to the basket that we've seen Southern Miss utilize here very effectively, particularly Watson. You got to keep him in front.
Nelson. Both teams shot 43% of the first half. Both are shooting 52%. And the second is Nelson again with 2. 19.
Again, Nelson's job is to commit, his job is to commit a game and shoot it. And so that's a role guys like.
And the lead down to 1. Holloway may have gotten away with a grab. Tough fall away jumper. Loose ball controlled by Henry.
What did we just say? They got to keep him in front. They did that time. Forced him into the jump shot. Did not allow him to penetrate the defense.
Summers gives it up. Nelson looking for some room. He doesn't need much, and he airballs it. And a whistle and a foul, and Andy Kennedy cannot believe it. And he's talking to Nelson about driving him a little more, I guess.
Well, I think he's upset with that shot that Nelson took. That is a highly contested 3-point shot. And then Buckner, he's trying to save the ball, but in that situation, Ron, you don't save the ball under the basket like that unless you know you're going to throw it to one of your guys. Henry picks up the foul.
And that's his 4th. And it sends Neil Watson back to the line.
Now, it's just very dangerous. It's not like saving it under your opponent's basket, but even if you save it under your own, if you throw it right to one of those guys, then they go the other way, and it's a 5-on-4.
There you see what he's done this season. 14 and 9 assists tonight, and he is perfect at the line, a 7 of 7.
So we talked about before, more than 40% of his points come from the free throw line. Yeah. This is a kid who understands you got to get to the line. You're a great free throw shooter. It doesn't help your team unless you get to the line, and he's been able to do it.
Jet Hildreth.
Yeah, Ron, I was listening during that last time out to Southern Miss. Larry Eustachy actually quite calm at the beginning. Talked about rebounding, and then at the end, he looked his guys in the eye, and he said, this is what you signed up for. Who's the toughest? Because it looks like the way these two teams are battling, that intangible could be a key factor down the stretch.
All right, it will be inside of 2 minutes as a whistle and a foul is called. Due to contractual obligations, some of you watching this basketball game will be switched to another game. And right now, Ole Miss leads it or trails by 2.
That foul was called against Watson, trying to battle down inside against Henry.
Henry with 25 points in the ball game. Sixth tie of our contest. We're knotted up at 76, 1:53 to play. Both teams in the bonus.
Haven't heard from Mills in a while.
Once he got his 4th foul, he seemed to calm down a little bit. Page.
Again, Southern Miss likes to look for that drive into the lane.
7 to shoot. They'll launch the 3, and it's the sophomore Neil Watson.
You know, you have got to get up on Watson because it takes him a long time to load up with that set shot.
Now he has to try to guard Henry. Summers spins. No. Rebound controlled by Pelham. Here comes Watson, and they've got numbers if they hurry. Watson, Pelham, jams it home!
My heavens, and Pelham, he's just running the court, and Watson finds him. My heavens. And they got Henry on the foul, I think.
No, it's Nelson, and he is fouled out.
Either one is gone.
Yeah. So
Wow.
Nelson
Wow.
has been hot tonight, but Pelham, he's had 2 putbacks that have been key, and then he had that jam there.
How good has Watson been in transition?
Oh. And the key 3. Pelham with the free throw. Watson, 10 assists in this ball game. The lead is 6 inside of a minute.
Want to play tough defense without fouling.
White has checked in. Tough shot. No. Pelham had it, lost it. The 2. No. Rebound. Johnson comes up with it. And he'll dribble out of a crowd and be fouled. Neil Watson has had an outstanding afternoon. 18 points, 10 assists.
He's standing all alone in the corner, and they don't expect him to shoot it, but he actually gets it off pretty quickly with that little set shot. Didn't think he was going to be able to get it over Henry, and then here he comes again in transition. This is where he's been so strong today. What a great job recognizing that Pelham is running behind him. Just dumping the ball off, catches the big guy in stride, and how impressive was that dunk?
34 seconds left. The play clock is shut off. 21 points on 8 of 13 for Angelo Johnson, and Watson 18, 10, and 5. Free throw shooting has been huge for Southern Miss today. 16 of 19 from the line.
Got to get a score quickly.
Williams, he'll launch the 3. No. Rebound tip. No. Still loose. Mills fights for it. Tap the basket. And Summers will go to the line.
Good battle. Good battle going after that rebound. And Mills, he commits the foul. Of course, you don't want to commit that foul, but he was just battling for the ball. Trying to get that rebound. He was actually stumbling forward when he ran into Summers. That's a pretty tough shot by Summers, isn't it? Gets it to go with somebody hanging all over him.
And Mills fouls out of the ball game with 14 points and 7 rebounds. And Jarvis Summers goes to the line with 21 seconds to play.
If you're Southern Miss, you still got to be able to handle the ball here. You got to get it in bounds and don't turn it over because there's still time enough for Ole Miss.
And Page will trigger the inbounds pass.
Got to get the foul right away.
And they do.
Problem is that's Henry, and that's 5 on him, isn't it?
It should be. If it's not Henry, it's 5, and it is. So Henry is out. Nelson is out for Andy Kennedy's squad.
Well, you've got to foul at this point to give yourself a chance if they miss the free throws, but it's not a good It's not good for you if you're the leading scorers or the guys fouling out of the game.
Maurice Anathio checks into the lineup, number 12, the freshman from Nigeria. They said he's an outstanding shooter, but they lose Terrence Henry.
And that's what they need right now. You foul so you can get the ball back, but when you get the ball back, you got to have somebody who can score. So Southern Miss here leaving the door just open a little bit.
Johnson's got to knock these down. And he makes 1 of 2 with 20.1 left. The lead is at 5. Ole Miss quickly. Summers to the hole. No. Last touch by Ole Miss. Southern Miss has it.
That was a good play by Summers. You just didn't finish. You don't need to take a contested 3. Take it to the basket, see if you can get an old-fashioned 3.
Nice job getting the ball to Johnson ahead. Watson. Alley.
Oh.
Showtime! And then BU kicks the 3. And I think they're going to count it. The time has run out.
Well, they are going to count it, and they're going to have to put some time back on the clock.
Yeah.
Not much, maybe about 0.4 or 0.5 seconds.
Watson with his first double-double. 18 points, 11 rebounds.
Somebody call a timeout over there?
I'm trying to see the signal. And we'll take a look at the 3 by Anathio. But it all started with the alley-oop.
And this is just a play where Watson knows Pelham's coming, and so he's going to a little showtime there.
Yeah.
See the clock in the background. The ball goes through the basket basically with 0.9.
Yeah. And they're going to put 0.5 on the clock. And that's going to do it. So Southern Miss extends their win streak to 4 overall. They snap a 2-game losing skid to Ole Miss, and Ole Miss sees their 6-game winning streak